everyone, welcome back. In today's video we have something new and exciting. Drum roll please. And it is the new DJI Mini 3 drone. I better check and make sure that that's what it's actually called. So why did we get the DJI Mini 3 in the first place? Well, first of all, who doesn't want a drone when you do videography? I have a lot of friends who have drones, and every single time I see their drone footage, I'm like, wow, that would be so nice to have, but I never want to spend the money on it. So then fast forward to this new job, and at my new job, I get to fly the DJI Mavic 2S, which I also love, and that's honestly one of the whole reasons why we decided to get this drone, was because I loved the Mavic 2S so much. But then, in a plot twist, the day after I ordered the DJI Mavic 2S, literally the day after, we get a notification from DJI that they are dropping a new drone that is not only smaller and easier to fly, but is a little bit better than the drone that I just purchased for work. So, that being said, I talked to those same friends who have drones. A lot of them have Mavics and Mavic 2S's. And they were all like, yeah, if I didn't have this drone, I'd get the 3, blah, blah, blah. So after I had learned how much I enjoyed the Mavic 2S, and then the 3 came out, I knew Luke was also interested in getting one as well. And he loves to buy a new toy just as much as the next guy does. So we landed on the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Take a look. Take a look. Focus in. And we did splurge, and we got the control with the video mount built in it because Luke didn't want to always have to worry about phones being charged. So let's see what's inside. Okay. Yep, okay, so here's what we're working. So they always have the very nice packaging. Oh wow, this already I can tell is so much smaller. Like a lot smaller and a lot lighter, which hopefully means the battery charges faster. So we have that. And then the controller, which is probably the part I'm the most excited about, even though I told Luke I thought it was unnecessary, but it will be nice not to have to connect my phone every single time I want to use it. We should have some charging stuff in here. Okay, charging cord. Looks like a little screwdriver if your screen needs some help. Extra propellers. And then the manuals, which Luke always says we have to keep, even though I prefer if we just threw them out. The only thing I'm still looking for is the little toggle things that go right here on this switch. But I'm sure I'll find them as I work on this. Okay, so if it is unlike any other drone, the one other drone I've flown, they should be pretty simple to start up. So you always start with the bottom one. Figured, that's alright though. We do need to take some time to let it charge. Luke is going to be home in a little bit, and then we'll probably go out and fly at his parents' house. They've been wanting some drone footage. And then here's the controller. I was like yesterday years old when I learned that to turn on DJI products, you double tap them. And then for anyone who is wondering, so this, if I put this back in its travel size, which it is so light, you guys. Another one of the reasons we bought this is because it is not over the half-pound weight limit that you have to have a drone that you can fly without a license. Technically, if you want to make money off of any sort of drone flying, you're always going to need a license. But if you are just recreational flying, then this one is good to go without a license. And I might go into a little bit more detail on that in my other drone video, but right now it's still a little bit of a sore subject. So, anyways, for size comparison, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it feels like it. Like this is a lot heavier than the Mini. Like I don't know, can you tell when I move it? Probably not. But yeah, so this is the size difference. It's probably about half the size. And then, like I said, for this one, we splurged and got the screen in the remote. And that's the size difference there. So let me grab my phone really quick. If I take my phone and I put it in, the case, this is how big it is. And I honestly, I mean, it's not as clunky as I'm making it seem, but it's definitely not as slick as, and this one still is a lot heavier. Like, it's way heavier with my phone in it than it is just having the screen in it, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, we'll see how I like the screen when we're flying. I'll be interested to see how tough the screen is. But so far, I'm super impressed, and I cannot wait to get it out and take it out for a flight. I was really happy with my first flight with the drone. It flies just as nice as the rest of the DJI drones do. I really felt like the screen was just as good as my phone. I felt like it was just as sturdy when it was up in the air. It flew just as fast, if not a little bit faster. The only downside is that since the remote control does have this screen internally, you have to be connected to Wi-Fi to use a lot of the features, so that's a little bit of a bummer. And you can't really change Wi-Fi networks once you've started it up because it's kind of a one and done home base sort of a thing. So if you are out and you don't have Wi-Fi and you don't have a memory card in your drone, you won't be able to access your footage. The second thing that was kind of annoying, but it was a user error, was that there were some firmware updates. So before you go out and fly, especially if you have the screen in your controller, make sure you get all of the firmware updates done before you take it out to fly, because otherwise you'll have to do what I did and turn around and go home, connect the drone to Wi-Fi, and finish all those firmware updates, and then drive back to where you were originally planning on flying the drone in the first place. But overall, super impressed with the purchase, super impressed with the drone. I'm really glad we splurged and bought it, and I can't wait to use it on some of my projects and as well as use it for some of my weddings. I think that'll be a really exciting add-on feature. So anyways, I look forward to sharing more with you guys soon. Living my best.